Newcastle were ready to act. Target defined, negotiations prepared, and confidence high. But out of nowhere, a detail behind the scenes turned the game around. The player Eddie Howe wanted so much has already made it clear that he wants to leave, but his preferred destination could completely frustrate the club's plans. And to make matters worse, two direct rivals are already hot on his heels. What happened? What can Newcastle still do to turn this game around? Stay with me until the end to understand what's at stake and what the club can do in the coming days. And like and subscribe to the channel to continue following everything closely, straight from the transfer scene. There's some hot backstage action involving Newcastle and an old acquaintance of Eddie Howe. And the truth may not please the fans so much. João Pedro, Brighton's striker and Newcastle's #1 target in this window, could be about to slip through the club's hands once again. And it's not for lack of trying by the Magpies. The Brazilian was already on Howe's radar years ago, when he was still playing for Watford, and he had everything set up to wear black and white. But at that time, the club ended up changing course and signing Alexander Isak. Since then, João Pedro has shown his worth and grown a lot in the Premier League scene. Brighton paid £30 million for him, and the investment paid off. Versatile, young, and with an eye for goal, the striker began to be seen as the perfect piece to reinforce Newcastle's attacking sector, even more so after the frustrations with Liam Delap and Mbomo. But now, a big obstacle has appeared. And it's not just Brighton's request of £60 million that is worrying, it's the player's desire. According to Igor Julio, João Pedro's teammate at Brighton, the Brazilian has already made it clear he wants to leave the Amex Stadium, but not just anywhere. João is eyeing a move to London. Yes, he wants to live in the English capital, and that could put Chelsea and Arsenal ahead of the race. Igor went further. He said that his friend dreams of playing for a big club, one that plays in the Champions League, one that fights for titles, and he even mentioned Liverpool as an ideal destination, despite recognizing that the striker's focus, at the moment, is to live in London. And here comes the dilemma. Newcastle still believes it can turn this game around. Sources indicate that the club intends to intensify its efforts in the coming days, and that there was, indeed, a positive signal from the players' staff regarding a possible move to Tyneside. But with the athlete's desire weighing so heavily, will it be possible to convince João Pedro to change his mind? The question remains. Will Newcastle be able to turn this situation around, or will it lose another target to direct rivals? The saga is just beginning. If you enjoy this type of content straight from behind the scenes, leave a like and subscribe to the Magpies news channel so you don't miss any twists and turns during this window.